Wow, look at this, beautiful. So guys, it's early in the morning and I've entered the poultry enclosure. You can see the birds, oh my god, they're all free ranging, enjoying themselves. You can see all the white males. We have about 60 or so, and then you can see the local chickens over there. Well, they are all mixed up. At the beginning, when we had just brought them in, there were problems, there were issues. They used to fight. They just didn't seem like they would work together. Currently, they seem to be working together, and the males have grown up. Oh my god. I think they are ready right now to start breeding. So since it's still morning, this is about the time when the birds free range like perfectly, you know. They're just scratching around, eating stuff from the ground, they're eating grass. When I look at the local chickens over there and some of the white males, they're enjoying scratching the ground and looking for worms, insects. It rained the past few days, so that means that the soil has lots of insects and worms developing in there, so it's perfect for them. And yeah, I've made up my mind over the past few days that I'm going to be selling some of these white males. So like I said, we have 60 or so. So I'm going to be reducing them down to maybe about 10 of them. I've already gotten people who want to buy them. So if you're around Kampala and you want to buy some of them, just hit me up. I leave an email below in the description through which you can get to me, and then we'll see how you can have them. These males are quite good, especially if you have local birds, yeah? They would be very good for breeding with the local birds. They would increase both the egg production and the size of your local birds. So I think it's a really perfect deal for some of you. It's quite well known that procrastination is the mother or father of all failures and delays. In fact, most times you actually never ever get to the point of even just starting. And in poultry, that's even worse because there's just no way you can ever feel ready to start a farm. No way. Trust me, you can never be ready. Never. Our chickens are very, very notorious for laying eggs inside the bush. So I'll move around and look for some eggs in the bushes while I tell you the story of how I started my farm. So in 2018, I decided that I was going to start a side hustle. So in around September, I came up with this idea of starting a greenhouse farm. And then in October, I zeroed down on the idea of a poultry farm. But the guys, just look at, you know, we have the kitchen over here. This is where the guys have their food cooked over. And the poultry section is just next to it. So what happens is that all leftover food is thrown in here. You can see the portion down here. You can see some vegetables in there, and the chickens are enjoying them, you know. Many times you find them congregated around this area because they know this area always has food. So after I zeroed down on poultry farming, that was around October, I started saving up some money. And in January, I started building the chicken house. It was 2 floors built from brick and timber, you know. Cheap material. I tried to make it as strong as possible while keeping it as cheap as possible. So I built the chicken house, that was Jan. And then I gave myself some time to rest, you know, to look for the money. And then in May, I started the poultry farm. In May, I brought in my very first batch of day-old birds. That was 800 chicks of day-old birds. So ideally, it took me 7 months, 7, from the thought of coming up with the idea of poultry farming to the point when I actually did literally bring in the chickens and start the poultry farm. And now I know lots of you guys have been watching this channel for quite some time. It's actually been around 1 year and 6 months since I started this YouTube channel. And in the comment section, I can read lots of you guys want to start poultry farms, yeah? Right from when I started the channel, I had people commenting, and I can tell that it's now 1 year and 6 months later, and very many of you haven't started the farms. Very many of you are still thinking and procrastinating. You just never start. Why? Like honestly, why? Okay, I won't be insensitive. I know you guys have reasons why you're not starting your farm. So put them in the comment section below. Just type in the comment section below why you haven't started your farm. I promise I will read all the comments and find out the reasons why you're not starting your farm. In the meantime, while you write down your reasons, guys, I failed to get any local eggs around. Probably I'm not paying attention now because I'm talking to you guys. I'll go check out on our local chicks see how they are doing. Yeah, you guys remember the last time we had quite a number of chicks that had been hatched and they were growing up. I think they are growing up well. You know, we've lost very, very few of them. So that makes me really glad and happy. Currently, we don't have too many local chickens laying. Again, I don't know why. Of course, they do it in seasons. But, oh, I can see them. Let's go check them out. You guys can see them in here, right? There are quite many. Honestly, I can't count them. There are probably more than 30. And that means we're going to have plus 30 local chickens. So the other ones are the younger ones. These are the older ones. You can see some of the older ones have already started to jump out of the enclosure, but we are keeping them inside here because when we let them out, you know, they are quite still small. We have the birds, you know, the birds that eat chicken, the carnivores. We don't want them to pick them up. We want them to pick up more weight so that it's quite hard for those birds to pick them up. Yeah, we don't have like huge eagles over here, so that's not a worry. They won't really pick up the adult birds. Very few birds can pick up the adult birds for us over here. But there are birds that can still pick up this size. So we are giving them a few, maybe 1 or 2 more weeks for this size to get out. And the other ones still have quite some time to go inside here. And hopefully you're going to be hatching some more chicks because we have some chickens incubating around. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Together with the small, tiny local chickens over there, we have some Guinea fowls. We got them from the wild. Very young ones, you know, 3 of them. We hope they will grow up and they will join the rest of the Guinea fowls on the outside. Let's go give the Duopas chickens some feed, guys. They should be really, really hungry. They have really good appetites. No, it's not for you guys. It's not for you guys. Go! The guys were really hungry, really, really hungry. Well, let me continue serving them. Wow, guys, the birds were really hungry, really, really hungry. Right now, they're a bit calm. You can see now that they are feeding. You know, there's a bit better distribution inside the room. You can see the laying boxes that we created, yeah? I found an egg, by the way, while I was distributing the feed. I found an egg. They had dropped an egg along the way. I'm sure this is a very nice orange yolk. I'll go check inside the laying boxes if we have any eggs. You can see a bird inside the box over there. I hope she's laying. Oh yeah, guys, we have eggs. This one looks like a jumbo egg. Oh, it's broken. We need to put some cushions inside here, guys. I'm going to put some cushions today. I did secure some cushions, so I'm going to put them inside today. This one is also broken. What a loss. So we shall come later and collect the eggs. Let me give them a bit more time to continue laying. Then I'll come collect the eggs. The laying boxes are quite dirty though. Yeah, they'll need to be cleaned out. Really, really dirty. This is not acceptable. Now I can bet, almost 100% certain, if I were to go through the comments that you guys have given as your reasons for not starting the farms, it would be most likely one of 2 things. It could be other reasons, but these are the 2 most common. Number 1, you don't have time. Number 2, you don't have the money. Okay, let's start with the time. Guys, by the time I started my poultry farm, I was a full-time practicing medical doctor. I would get maybe a day off a week. That would be on Sundays, and that's the time I would have to go to the farm. So literally my whole life, I didn't have time off. No, I didn't have any time off in my life. I would be on the farm on Saturday evenings and Sundays, and Mondays to Fridays, I would be doing work. And that was for 2 years that I was doing that, running the farm while practicing as a medical doctor. So trust me, if you want it bad enough, you will create the time for it. I did it. Why do you think you wouldn't be able to do it? Number 2, money. Now, what you guys need to know is that money will never be enough for you to start a farm. You will never sit down and you start imagining, hey, I have enough money for me to start the farm. What you need to do is start with what you have. Well, not with what you have. Go a little above what you think you can handle so that you can push yourself, so that you're not comfortable and chilling and, you know, you're in a super comfort zone. But with what you have, just go a little above and start there. And guys, this our farm demonstrates that perfectly. Yeah, over there we have the local chickens. You guys have seen the local chickens before, yeah? I've shown them to you. We started with about 30 of them on the farm, so that was already a big enough number, some of you might say, yeah? But you can start with 2, you can start with 3. You can see the local chickens together with the, you know, white males currently. So right now maybe we have 60 or 70 or 80 local chickens. You probably can start with 2, 3, whichever number you can start with. That would be perfect. And then right here we have the dual purpose chickens. Those I've just been feeding. These, we started with 500, so we already have 2 extremes. 20 or 10 or 2. 500 over here. And you guys know our breeder farm, you know, the commercial parent stock for layers. We have it somewhere quite in the distance, not close to here, for biosecurity reasons. And that has over 3,000 birds. So that's 3 completely different levels. And we're going to be expanding very soon. I'll be telling you guys about that in the upcoming video. But you can see that there are 3 completely different levels for you to start with. All of them happening on the same farm, and all of them can happen in your life. You can start with 2, you can start with 500, you can start with 3,000, you can start with 10,000. Whatever you can handle, just go a little above it so that you know you're a bit uncomfortable and you can be pushed to look for some money. And then you'll be able to handle. And the other thing I know about money is that usually money is not the problem. Usually it's someone's determination and focus. If you want it bad enough, trust me, you'll get the money. You won't believe the number of emails I've gotten from people sending me, asking me, hey, can you give me some money to start a farm? I have this business plan, I have this goal, I have these very nice visions. I want to start a farm, but I'm lacking money. I'm like, hey, go and work. Guys, if you want the money bad enough, you'll do anything to make that money. Of course, not go and kill people or steal, yeah? Go and do any kind of work, you know, get a job, get a job. I know the reason you want to start a farm is because you want to be free and not to be employed by someone, but, well, you don't have the money. So go get a job. Get a job. I was working as a medical doctor before I got to all this, yeah? It's because I was working and I was committed. So it doesn't matter what kind of job you can get, you know, if it's sweeping someone's house, if it's cleaning someone's toilet, if it's working on the street doing some hustle, go get the job. Push yourself far enough till you can get some money that you can invest and you start. If you want it bad enough, you'll get that money. Trust me. So the local chickens and the dual purpose birds over here, I haven't gotten any food, yeah? They have been trying to follow me around. You guys saw it happening when I was going to give the other birds food, yeah? Because we also occasionally give them some food to supplement on the free ranging. You know, whatever they get from the soil would never be enough for them. There are probably over 100 in this compound together with the Guinea Fowls, so it would never be enough. So later on, after they have, you know, tried to get everything that they can milk from the grass and from the ground, they're going to give them their food, probably the next 1 hour or so. So these are my final words, guys. Just start the farm, like honestly, just start the farm. Time, money, trust me, if you really want it, you can get it. Stop planning. I know I inspire lots of you guys, but it really hurts me to inspire you and I don't see any results, you know? It just doesn't make sense. I feel really, really bad when after a year, 2 years, you're still being inspired and just loving what I'm doing. No, you need to start. You need to start with whatever you can. And usually starting is the hardest bit. When you do start, it's very, very easy to keep the ball rolling, you know, just like anything, yeah? If you have the car parked over there, pushing it to start is the problem. Once you get it rolling, if it's a flat surface, it becomes really easy to maintain it, yeah? So just start with whatever you have and trust me, you'll make it. Guys, it's running late. I'll have to go and we have to spray the cattle today, you know, against the ticks and everything. So I'll go and do that right now. Then I'll come back and give these chickens some feed and the day will continue. Thinking of doing a day in the life video. The thing is that my days are so different. I can't have one day that's representative of what I do on the farm. So I'll probably have to do very many days in the life video. You know, day in the life while working with the cattle, day in the life with the goat, day in the life with these chickens, with the breeder chickens. There's just too much. I don't know. We shall see if I can do that. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching. Lots of love. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Catch you very soon with another video. Bye bye.